What's up, guys? It's Devin. I have a small collection purchase for today's video. There's a good amount of cards. There's roughly 250 cards in this collection that I bought. I ended up paying $237 total for the entire lot, all the cards that you see on the screen. I will break it down for you. I left all my sticky notes at what I valued it, so when I bought it from the seller, they knew exactly what I valued everything. They knew exactly what I was paying per card. This is a collection that I've been sitting on for a while. There is a lot to it. I'm still have a lot more to go. It's all of those boxes. It's everything that's underneath. I'm still working through organizing everything and pricing it. I'm just going box by box and being as thorough as I can, trying to get the seller as much money as possible to make sure I don't miss anything big as I go through the collection. I broke it down into different categories as far as value, and I'll show you and break it down for you guys, the entire collection. This box specifically, it was 2 rows in a 3-row box, so this is the one that I finished. This first pile here is everything that I valued $20 to $40. I put the value is on the sticky note, and then for this type of stuff, I paid half the value. So first one up, $26 in value, so I paid $13 for an Allen Iverson die cut little bigman from Skybox Z-Force. Then you got a Ken Griffey Jr., also 26. Show Business insert from Skybox Premium. That was the same thing, paid $13. Tim Brown, valued at $22, paid $11 for a Donruss Private Signings. That's an on-card autograph. This actually looks like a very nice autograph. The black ink looks very nice on that card. It was a lot of stuff from the 90s and early 2000s, was the majority of the collection. Topps Chrome Power Players Refractor of Mark McGwire. Valued at $20, paid $10. Next card, same thing, valued at $20, paid $10 for a Pinnacle Inscriptions of Jim Kelly. Unfortunately, a faded autograph, but every single one that I could find available on eBay for the most part was a faded autograph. Hand serial numbered out of 1,925. This was an unfortunate one. The majority of the collection was in screw down cases, and the screw downs, the screws in the screw down cases were very much stripped, so you couldn't use just a regular screwdriver to get it out. So I actually had to use a flathead and kind of weasel my way in and crack it open, the screw down case, and just pop it open. Unfortunately for this one, I screwed it up and I pushed in a little bit too hard, and the flathead actually scratched the card right there by his head and then indented it. So my screwdriver came like this, and then it stopped right there. But unfortunately, I don't feel comfortable selling it since it's damaged. I still had to buy it, so it was valued at $20 prior to the damage, so I paid $10 for it. But this is probably one that I'll just give away at a card show if anybody is a Eddie George fan. Next up was a Greg Maddux, valued at $30, paid $15 for a Stadium Club Beam Team die cut. These are serial numbered out of 500. 74 out of 500 for the Greg Maddux. Then the last one, valued at $32, I think this is the most valuable card, paid $16. This is a Ray Allen rookie card from Bowman's Best Picks, the die cut silver. Definitely a really cool card. So valued $32, paid $16. Now that was a large portion value-wise and price-wise of the lot, but there was very few cards. There was nothing in this box that was valued over $50. It was all under. So it was a lot of stuff that's going to take a lot of time to sell because there's so many different cards. So you might be wondering, like, hey, you just paid 50% on those cards. When I'm buying collections, that is what I do across the board for that stuff. Because if you sell it for $20 on eBay, minus fees and shipping, you're returning like $13, I think it is. Let me see if my math is correct. So 20, my fees are 12%, $4 for shipping, 60 cents for supplies. On a $20 card, you're returning $13 on eBay. That is why I pay the 50% on those types of cards, because I paid $10 to make 3, which makes sense. And also you have to account for a lot of those cards still can fluctuate in price. Just because I valued it at 20 when I bought it does not mean the next one is going to sell at 20. It could easily sell for less. So that's why you also bake in a little bit of flexibility volatility wise for the card to decrease in value. The next stack here was everything that was valued 10 to 19. This stuff, I don't do a percentage. I just pay a flat per card price, which is $5 a card. So all these cards were valued, like I said, between 10 and 19. You got a Bowman Chrome Preview Rookie of Peyton Manning, a New Additions die cut of Steve Nash, Peyton Manning Rookie from Pacific Revolution, a 1990 starting lineup Kenner, Bo Jackson. This is going to be the blue border. A EX Exceptional die cut of Randy Moss. Shaquille O'Neal Players Cub Platinum. It's got that silver border. Derek Jeter. I want to say it's 1992 or 1993 Bowman. 1993 Bowman. Rookie of Derek Jeter. And then these ones were also cards that were valued between 10 to 19, but I thought they were good enough condition to grade them. So I already evaluated these guys. I'm going to ship them out to grading. You got a Stadium Club Chrome True Colors Refractor of Allen Iverson. You got a Bowman's Best Rookie of Peyton Manning. And then you got a Bowman Base Rookie of Peyton Manning. So I think both the Peytons, I thought they were more 9s than they were 10s. But even at 9s, they're going to increase the value of those cards. And if for some reason either of them 10, then it's a bonus. You never know what can happen when you ship things out for grading. This next stack here is going to be specifically bought to ship out to my Checkout My Card store. This is everything that was valued between $5 to $9 a card that I pay a flat $1 per card. Now this is kind of like similar to stuff that like somebody puts into like a 5,000 count box, and you're willing to just buy out the entire box. That's kind of what this category is meant for. And then I ship them, me personally, I ship them out to check out my cards, and that's where I'm going to let this stuff roll. This one I'm going to go through a little bit quicker. I'm not going to say every single card just because there's so many, but Steve McNair, Marshall Faulk, Ricky Williams, Edgerrin James, Anthony Hardaway, Eddie George, Terrell Davis, that's a refractor, Peyton Manning, Nolan Ryan, that's a reprint, Kurt Warner, Randy Moss, Peyton, that's a rookie, Ken Griffey Jr., Ricky Williams, Edgerrin James, Mickey Mantle, that's a reprint, Isaac Bruce, refractor. This one is actually really cool. Serial numbered out of 50 rookie quads, kind of two no-names there, but then Ricky Williams is on the back. So a serial numbered Ricky Williams rookie out of 50, but it's with 3 other guys. Ricky Williams, rookie, Peyton Manning, Edgerrin James, another Peyton Manning, Aaron Brooks, not a huge name, but a really cool card, Bowman Chrome rookie out of 100. I think that's considered the interstate parallel. You got a Vince Carter, Shaquille O'Neal, Cal Ripken Jr., Scott Rowland, that's a refractor. Mark McGuire, rookies, 3 of them. Some 1986 Fleers, George Gervin, Rolando Blackman, Sam Bowie, Allen Iverson, refractor of Alonzo Mourning, and a Sean Kemp. So that's all stuff that's going to go to my check out my card store. That'll be between $5 to $9. Then you got a Dante Culpepper rookie PSA 10, Ricky Williams PSA 9, Antoine Walker PSA 9, and then a Ricky Williams PSA 9. So that's all the whatnot, or I'm sorry, the check out my card stuff. Now the next piles, and this is something that is going to be kind of a test because I haven't done one of these yet, but I'm buying stuff for them, is I want to do some whatnot auctions, $1 sudden death, probably 15 or 20 second auction time frames, and I bought this stuff specifically for those types of auctions. These cards I valued around $4. I paid $1 per card on these. You got an Eric Dickerson, Ken Griffey Jr., that's a black label from Gold Label, Barry Sanders Finest, Manny Ramirez Gold Label, John Stockton Refractor, Kurt Warner, Toys R Us Barry Bonds, another Eric Dickerson, Elton Brand jersey card, and then a Peyton Manning 1999 Rookies and Stars. So it's a second-year card of Peyton Manning, but that's going to be serial number 10 out of 1,000. So those cards are going to be set aside for future whatnot auctions that I will be starting at $1 a card. And then everything else in this pile is also going to be auctions on whatnot, but I value them $1 to $3 per card, so I paid 25 cents per card here, which I'm not going to list all these names. I want to go through these a little bit quicker, but I tried to make sure these were still names that were not like superstars, but they were relevant names. Mike Allstott, I mean, obviously Jerry Rice and Barry Sanders, but talking about Ricky Williams, Drew Bledsoe, Curtis Martin. I think these are just cards that are very eye-appealing. They're not worth a whole lot. Obviously, these were all cards I valued $1 to $3 a piece, but I think they'll be very fun cards to do some whatnot auctions with. I mean, you got Derek Jeter, Tracy McGrady, serial numbered cards, Sean Kemp. That's Kareem, Charles Barkley. So I think a lot of cool cards that'll be fun just to start at $1 and see where they end. I'm assuming the majority will finish around the $1 to $3. Some of the serial numbered stuff might go a little bit higher if there's somebody who's very interested in that player. But I try to keep this to better names, either rookie cards, inserts, serial numbered cards, parallels, jerseys, things of that nature. So that was the first stack. Here's the second stack. This is still the same thing. All cards valued $1 to $3 that I paid 25 cents for. And this is still for the same purpose, to auction off on whatnot specifically. So if there's a player that's not as big of a name in here, it's probably because it's a serial numbered card, or a tougher card to pull. Some of the other names obviously can be a little bit less valuable, but they're still the big names like the Allen Iverson and Tim Duncan and Shaquille O'Neal, things of that nature. Just guys that are some of the more prominent names. That's going to be a cool one. Soul of the Game, Mark McGwire, iconic set. Class 3 of Emmitt Smith from Gold Label. And then you got a Bowman, Ken Griffey, and then a few PSA or graded cards. Troy Edwards, PSA 9, and a Davis/Glaus rookie, SGC, old school label, 9. So that's going to be all the stuff that I will be auctioning off on my Whatnot account specifically. That's stuff that I used to have like in my value boxes. I used to have a value box that was $1 per card, and then also another one that was $2 to $10 per card. But I've really been trying to focus the stuff that's at a card show to be $50 and up specifically, and then having all that other stuff either at my check out my card store or auctioning off on Whatnot. This next stack, anything that was under $1 per card, This is basically anything that was available on eBay for like $1, $1.20, or is available on Check Out My Cards for under 50 cents. This is just my opinion. These cards are worth 50 cents to $1. So this is stuff that I'll create player lots, team lots, stuff like that down the road once I build them up. But I paid 10 cents per card. I'm assuming when you list this stuff in lots, you'll probably get anywhere between 40 to 50 cents a card. So there's definitely not going to be anything crazy in here, but this was all stuff that were better names. So a bunch of Ricky Williams, you know, I get a 20, 30 card lot of Ricky Williams. I think it's easier to sell it in a 20 card lot than it is to sell 20 individual Ricky Williams cards. Same thing with like Brett Favre, Jerry Rice. There is a bunch of Kellogg's, so I'll probably make a lot with all the Kellogg's, maybe throw in some of the Ziploc cards. This is stuff I'll just throw into a 5,000 count box, and then later on be like, hey, I need to go through here and, you know, create a 20 card lot for eBay at $50 and see if anybody throws some offers my way. That's what I'm assuming this stuff is going to be. Obviously, that's why I paid on the cheaper side. These are nothing crazy. A lot of these are more base cards than anything, but they were of better names. Now, the last stack, this is just a true test, and probably not the smartest thing to do to throw these in, but when I buy collections, I try to make sure that I'm buying everything and I'm not just piecing out the good stuff. But this was everything that I thought was under $1 per card, but not the good names. It was names that were more irrelevant, but this was everything that was inserts, serial numbered, rookies, anything of that nature. I'm going to buy at 1 cent per card, which for 5,000 cards is then going to be $50. I'll probably just try to sell a 5,000 count box at like $100 to $150. So we got Juwan Howard, Robert Edwards, Brian Griese, Ryan Leaf, Chad Pennington, Jason Schmidt, and I think that's Nolan Ryan. Yeah, but kind of just like an oddball card. So that's stuff that I paid 1 cent per card that I'll just throw into a 5,000 count box. Once I fill something like that up, I'll sell it by the box. But that was everything. That was all 250 plus cards. Like I said, I paid $237 for the lot, but it's a lot of stuff that's going to take a lot of work in order for me to sell. The Whatnot auctions are going to take a lot of time. Creating player lots for eBay is going to take a lot of time, and then building up another 5,000 count box of rookies, inserts, parallels is going to take a long time. So it's a lot of work for probably not a lot of money when it comes to this stuff, but margin wise, when you add it all up, I think will be worth the time. You just got to figure out what price points you can sell, where, and what works for you. This is currently where I'm at. So hopefully that was informative. You guys can see when I'm buying a collection like this, the entire collection, kind of what I value stuff at, what I pay. You may pay stronger, you may pay worse on some of this stuff. Everybody's got their own kind of MO. Some people just pay a flat percentage across the board. A lot of people that I know avoid cards that are valued under $20 right now. So everybody's a little bit different, but that's where I'm at. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the breakdown, the video. Thank you for watching. Everyone have a great day, and don't forget to smile. Later, guys.